Hey guys, it's Danny Elliott. Welcome back to the show. Thank you for joining me today. So, the P Diddy verdict. Is anybody really shocked about this? Because I'm not. I'm not shocked at all. See, back when I was working in hotels, we all had to take the human trafficking training course. This was a big thing. Late 2010s, all the different hotel brands wanted you to take this thing. We had a way to profile every single guest, because we were going to catch those damn human traffickers who weren't wealthy Americans. Because, as we know, we live in an oligarchy, and if you're a wealthy American, the criminal justice system doesn't apply to you. That's right. You guys know this. If you got money, you can do whatever the hell you want. You can unalive people. You can SA people. I gotta be nice, we're on YouTube. But human trafficking's not a crime in the United States if you got enough money. So you can basically do anything you want and it's fine. So we found that out today. And I mean, we're gonna find out about other traffickers out there. You know, the people on the Lolita Express, all of the dudes who went to Epstein Island to participate in those freak-offs. Yeah, there's a reason that list isn't coming out. We know why that list didn't come out, don't we? There's a lot of people in Washington on that list. I'm hearing about all the millionaires from the UK that are coming over to America, the great United States of America, where it's so much better for millionaires and billionaires. Well, maybe it is. I mean, if you're a human trafficker, if you want to have freak-offs, you know, maybe you can rent one of these Airbnbs that's been sucking wind for years now, since nobody wants to go and travel because our dollar is worth shit right now. But yeah, the millionaires and the billionaires are coming to the United States from the UK. I mean, have you thought about this? Everybody in the United States is going to be a millionaire pretty soon. Yeah, even you and me, we're going to be millionaires. You know why? Because everybody who owns a house is going to have an asset with a zestimate of $1 million or more. So, voila, here we are. We're all millionaires now. Except, to buy an average house in the United States is going to take 1.1 million US dollars, because the dollar is worth such shit. And there's just so much money floating out there. And now we got the fat, ugly bill that's going to pass. And, you know, the government just keeps getting bigger, and we have no criminal justice system, so there's no law and order. There's big government. There's insane spending going on in the U.S. Congress. And these people are all corrupt. But human trafficking is okay in the United States now, so I guess we don't have to take our trainings anymore. Maybe the hotel companies can stop with all this bullshit and just let us go about our jobs for a change. We can't have that. Nobody can be allowed to just work anymore, right? We gotta have HR getting involved in everything. They gotta have us take human trafficking training courses so that we can arrest people on sex trafficking charges, and then they come in and pay everybody off, and then all charges are dismissed. Except for driving across state lines. Okay, we'll get you on driving across state lines, you know, we'll do that. Slap on the wrist, and then, you know, we'll sentence you like in 2027 when everybody forgets this even happened, and everybody can just go about their day and keep on, you know, having higher and higher cost of living and just chilling in the United States with the worst job market in history. And I'm sure everything will just be fine, guys. You know, there's really nothing to worry about. Job support just came out. It's another bomb, you know. There's no jobs in this country. Everybody's doing gigs. Everybody's driving for DoorDash. By the way, is anybody ever making any money with DoorDash? I'd really like to know in the comments section if you guys could tell me. Because I keep hearing about DoorDash, but I mean, we're paying $3 a gallon for gas. Nobody's fixing their cars. You know, everybody's trying to outrun the repo man because they're not paying their creditors on their auto loan, right? They can't pay their rent. They're running up their credit cards. They're in debt up to their eyeballs. So, I mean, is there money to be made in these gigs? You're not making any money because you don't have enough production, right? And that's the problem here too. There's not enough productivity in the United States. We have a bunch of low-wage, part-time jobs that are all going to be replaced by AI soon enough. Everybody knows that's coming. AI's coming. It's coming for you. All you white-collar workers out there, all you operations workers, all you customer service people, all you people who are looking at your phone all day while the customer is in front of you and the customer is saying, "Hi, can you help me?" And you're looking at your phone, like, AI's coming for you. Hyatt Hotels just said they're cutting 33% of their staff, all customer service. 33% of their operations staff gone. See you later. Layoff notice, no warn, just cut them. And that's it. They're gone. And these are all people that are supposedly, supposed to be a higher level of service. You know, they're taking your reservation. They're taking your guest service complaints. You know, they're helping you if you want to redeem your loyalty points, right? I guess we're going to have AI do all that now. We're going to have AI answer all complaints.
Police reported ahead.
We have a lot of police. You notice that? Except we don't have a lot of criminal justice, right? I mean, that's why the P Diddy case doesn't really shock me at all. But yeah, I mean, this is where it's headed, guys. You know, this is the new USSA, where we have rules for thee but not for me. If you're a rich person, if you're in Washington, if you're in the US Congress, if you're able to funnel our tax money to different corporate entities in exchange for lobbying dollars, in exchange for campaign contributions, in exchange for assets, basically. Our assets are sucked from us through the IRS and then given out in Washington at the US Congress. And then you have people like Diddy who just have so much goddamn money that they could buy the entire system. They could buy everybody. And so they can get away with everything. And same thing with all the guys on Epstein Island, all the friends of Harvey Weinstein in Hollywood. These guys just, I mean, what is the point? Why do we have to, sweat these policies and these laws, but certain people don't because they're above the law? See, there's supposed to be equal justice under the law. That's what this country was all about in the beginning. This country was founded on individual freedom and liberty and free market capitalism, not oligarchy and crony corporatism. But, that's what we got today. And that's why, I think it's time to get out. I think it's time to make our plan and find a place where community still matters. People still like children. Freak-offs aren't so much of a thing, and human trafficking is sort of frowned upon, even among the affluent, And just, you don't have this sovereign debt crisis going on. You actually have an economy that produces things, and you have a cash market, not a market that's based on debt. You don't have a housing market that's based on 3% interest rates from the past, where a bunch of stupid buyers just bid up the price because they were getting cheap money and all they cared about was the monthly payment. They didn't care about the price. They just bought the payment. And now the government just said, oh, this is wonderful. Now that the real estate prices are sky high, we're going to reassess everybody's real estate taxes. We're going to tax the shit out of everybody, you know? I mean, that's not how it works in other countries. It's reasonable property taxes, lower real estate prices, and you can cash flow your real estate. You're not buying things for a lifestyle, you're buying things for cash flow because it's an actual investment. Anytime I hear somebody say lifestyle, you need to buy it because of a lifestyle. Lifestyle means negative cash flow. Lifestyle means you just have to pay for it, and you're never going to have a real investment. You're just going to have a liability. And that's not how you buy real estate. So that's all I got for you guys today. P Diddy, good job, brother. You got off. We're not surprised on this channel, but everybody else seems to think it's crazy, and they're shocked that there's human sex trafficking going on in the United States and that we can't get a conviction. Well, I'm not shocked, because this country is over and I'm out. So I'm gonna keep the real estate I already got, continue to cash flow it, and live in a nice place. You guys can do the same thing. Keep following this channel, hit a like, hit a subscribe, hit the bell, and I'll see you next time. I'm Danny Elliott.